But how would you rate 2 years of the Tinubu administration? I think we just celebrated him doing 2 years on May 20th, last week, May 29th. Huh? You said you want to talk to the president. What do you want to say to him?
I think it goes without saying that more than anything, we've moved backwards. You know, there's not much progress that's been recorded. I think I remember the campaign slogan being, "It is my turn."
Renewed hope.
Apart from, I mean, that was just the general.
Yeah, exactly.
That slogan, Emilio Corner, which translates to "It is my turn."
Yeah.
You know, and now it just seems like, what were you planning on doing? You know, we're still waiting. It's remaining 2 more years.
Yeah.
Maybe there's still a
it's
plan.
Half-time.
Yeah. Maybe there's still a plan. Yeah. But as it stands now, first half, we never see anything.
I actually don't have work. I don't even have work. I don't even know what to talk about. So I just saw this one, and that's why I'm talking about it. Otherwise, a particular media house called me, and they were like, "Oh, they needed me to come, please, and talk about Tinubu's 2 years." I said, I said, honestly, I can't waste my time. I don't have. I say, as far as I'm concerned, it's an illegitimate government, and I'm not going to sit down, and start discussing an illegitimate government that in the first place shouldn't have been in office. I really don't have it. I mean, everybody is saying it, and the thing for me about this whole thing is that propaganda doesn't work. No matter how much you're telling people that you're doing it, they're feeling it. Governance is what people feel. How are their lives? Governance is about making the lives of the people better. It's about development. It's about social development. It's about economic development. It's about economic growth. You understand? It's about, the happiness of the people. Policies are people-centric. It's about, the lives of the people being better, their economic power, their ability to be able to earn money being there, their safety. How safe are they? Their health. Are they able to get water that they drink? Are they able to get food that they eat? What is the calorie that they are getting? Are they getting the right amount of calories that is supposed to make them grow healthy and all of that? So governance is so much, about the well-being of the human being, and also, the society, the safety of the society. So no matter how much you're coming to lie and say that, oh, you've done this, you've done that, you've done this. Just like the Hausa saying, obviously proverb now saying that, they told the dog that there's a party in its house, and he said, let him see the bones on the floor. By the time he begins to see the bones on the floor, he will know that indeed there is a party. But there's something very critical that Mr. Peter Obi usually will talk about, that if Tinubu can destroy this economy as much as he has done, now see what 2 years, means the destruction. That means 2 years, 4 years is equally enough time for one to be able to build, a nation and put in your all and be able to have something, out there. And so, and so it I'm just looking at it and thinking of, as Nigerians, what we should be focusing on is, how do we ensure that this whole mess is fixed? This whole mess of someone who said all his life he was preparing to be president, and whom the people did not vote for. And that's why, for me, I can't be angry at the people, right? I can't be. Of course, you can't, no matter, even if they voted for him, you can't be angry at the people, but there's the place where you're like, okay, you voted for him. It's a choice you had, and so, yeah, go ahead as it is. But the fact is that people did not vote for him, and he decided he was going to rig election, and he rigged the election to be an abysmal failure. Wow. Who does that? I mean, as in, you hate yourself so much that you decided you were going to rig election so that you become a failure, and everybody will be able to say, so this man is such a failure. Because I don't think anybody expected this level of failure. Honestly, it's unprecedented. The level of failure. It's another thing, like you say, okay, the level of corruption and all of that. Okay, understandable. People already saw what had happened in Lagos, where the coffers of the state became something that was directed by an individual. But to see that this level of incompetence, this level of cluelessness, this level of ineptitude, this level of failure, Lord have mercy. It's almost as if there is a particular hate that he seemed to have for himself, and he needed to do it. I'm just trying to all of mercy. I'm just trying to see, some of the comments that people have there. It's unbelievable. It just, when you see the words, when you see people on the streets who are crying out, who are cursing, whatever it is that Tinubu represent, it's just unbelievable, because this whole thing, that someone can fail more than Buhari, hey, they bust my head. That someone deliberately rigged the election to enter and fail more than Buhari. Hey, I remember one time that I did a particular tweet, and I was saying, may Buhari be the worst of the worst president Nigeria will ever have. And people were like abusing him. I'm like, look, if Buhari is the worst, that means there won't be anybody worse than him. Others will at least be better. People didn't understand. That means you are causing this. You don't mean well for the nation. I say, I'm telling you, he has not entered. He's already there. He's doing this. Let him be the worst. If he has not entered, then you not say that, oh, we are saying that we want something that will be worse. So, by him being the worst, is that any other person that enters after him will actually be better. But people just couldn't understand. Sometimes people just, I don't even know myself. People just, they want everything to be spelled to the A, B, C, D, so that they understand. You have to break it like that for some people, for them to be able, to understand it. But it is what it is. So the failure, everybody has seen the failure. Everybody is seeing the failure. I don't think even like I saw a tweet where somebody said that anybody trying to that those who try to defend Tinubu's illegitimate administration, they just end up looking stupid. Because that's just it. You're just gonna end up looking that way, because it's even better to just keep quiet. As I'm just talking what I remember. Guess what I remember? Type it down. I remember the person that said, I am a sucker for good road. Oh, shit, sucker.